so much for joining me today.
Glad to be here.
All right, so we know everyone has their own unique path getting into sports television, but nowadays we see a lot of athletes getting into broadcasting after their playing careers end. But you're an athlete turned producer. Why that path?
Yeah, growing up, I always wanted to be Stuart Scott. I grew up in the Stuart Scott era when he was, rocking SportsCenter back in the mid to late 90s. Played baseball in college, played 2 years of professional baseball, had my degree in journalism, always wanted to be in front of the camera. My last internship at a local news station in Kalamazoo, Michigan, I found out there was somebody who actually told the person on TV what to do. And that person pretty much controlled everything that was going on. And I thought to myself, well, I know somebody who also likes to tell people what to do all the time, that being me. And then I got my start at ESPN in 2008 as a production assistant and didn't really know what I wanted to do at that point. But then when I found out what producers do, I really took a liking to it, and I just fully immersed myself into learning how to become the best producer I could be.
So I'm sure going from playing in the games to cutting highlights for the games was very different for you. But what effect do you think your playing career has had on your career in broadcasting?
Definitely has given me a competitive drive. This business is very competitive, especially as you know, getting on air and being producers. At ESPN at the time, there were 150 other production assistants fighting for the same job that I had, wanted to become an AP after that and so far on. So the competitive nature that I took from the field, not letting anybody be better than me, I took that into the professional world as being a production assistant. All right, I'm one of 150. I need to be better than at least 149 people to be the first one in line to get my promotion. So my athletic background, being in the competitive realm, helped me be a better employee when I first started out in the business.
And you moved your way up the ranks really fast, kind of at ESPN, it seems. And so then, you moved to Fox Sports to be a part of FS1.
Yep.
What made you decide to move companies after being at one that let you grow so much?
I'll say a couple things about moving the way up the ladder. I say I got lucky in between I worked my butt off in between some lucky breaks. And if you don't work your butt off, you're not going to get promoted to anything. And I was fortunate enough to be part of some lucky breaks, and coming to Fox was one, but I had worked my butt off in between leaving ESPN and here. There wasn't an opportunity anywhere else like there was here at Fox at FS1. I don't think there's going to be a lot of people who will be able to say they were at a network when it launched again in cable sports. There's ESPN, yes, there's CBS and NBC, but how many other entities are going to be able to just say, we're going to do a sports TV channel? And to be one of the first people here to work on the premiere show at the time and be asked to help produce that, develop that, launch the entire network, not many people are going to get to say they did that ever again in TV. So it was an opportunity that I just couldn't pass up at the time.
And you're now the producer for the first ever sports gambling show on Fox, Lock It In. And your host, Rachel Vanetta, is only 25 years old, which is fairly young for a host on a major sports network like Fox. And for a lot of us in GALvanize, our struggle recently has been getting those first on-air jobs. So what stands out about Rachel? Because a lot of us are looking to stand out in such a crowded field.
I think it goes back to something I just said before. You have to work your butt off in between lucky breaks. Rachel has worked her butt off from the moment she got into the business, when she started working in New York, going back to Toronto, and then coming to Fox as a digital producer. What makes Rachel so good is that she's herself on TV. A lot of times one person is a person on TV and off TV. Rachel's a clown. She's a clown off camera, she's a clown on camera, and it translates over, and it's relatable. When you see somebody that, you can sit down and be like, you know what? I could have a beer with that person. They're much more relatable on air and on TV when you watch them than somebody who you don't feel like you can sit down and have a conversation with. And she's done a seamless job of coming from the digital side over to the studio side, and she's a rock star in the making. She's gonna skyrocket up whatever she's doing now. And I'm just lucky enough to be at the start of where she's gonna go.
Well, Royce, thank you so much for talking with me today, and we're all looking forward to seeing the second season of Lock It In.
Can't wait.
Thank you.
Not a problem.